What time does it start? The WaterWorld. 5:45. Okay. I think at 5:45. I'm too early. Should have waited. Yeah. I should have waited outside.
Si hubiera comprado la del Luigi, hubiera sido linterna verde. Ah, no, pero esa niña era.
It is packed.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the WaterWorld queue line. If you are just joining us, go ahead and move all the way forward and fill in any and all available spaces.
Not too packed for Express, but damn, it's packed.
Gravitate to the right-hand side because that's where you're going to be entering into our arena. Again, gravitate towards the right. That's where you're going to be entering into the arena. You're not currently loading yet, but we are just waiting in line. If you do have a stroller, don't worry. We have strollers.
Appreciate you watching from Iran.
Just quick few tips for our show. We are a water show. We're called WaterWorld. So we do have water effects, techniques, and if you guys don't want to get wet, please avoid those green seats. Those are our soak films.
WaterWorld is based off of a movie.
Want to stay dry.
You guys could
Seats are going to be your friend. Remember,
find it on Amazon. They had it for a cool while in Netflix, but they took it off. What's his name? Ronnie? Damn. 5:45. I'll do WaterWorld first, and then I'll do the tour. And then I'll come back up and do Panda. You guys never seen the movie, I do recommend watching the movie so you guys will get an idea of who's Helen. See, in the movie though, they show Helen has a daughter, and the daughter has a map tattoo on her, where the tattoo is a map of dry land. What's up, Grumpy? Happy Saturday. I've been out. I've been absent. I'm not gonna lie, for a cool minute. I just been really tired coming back from work, and then the heat doesn't help. So I was like, I'm good. How about yourself? Thank you. Oh, it is. That is Ronnie. Yeah, it's pretty packed. Yeah, he is. Nothing much, bro. I've been in Vegas. Can see the time for the nice. How's that going, Grumpy? How's the weather over there, bro? Is it hot? What's the temperature looking over there?
Are you having any fun today?
What's up, Jaden? Yes, sir. We're doing WaterWorld. For sure, Sanchez. We'll take care of him. 106. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy temperature. What's up, Sancho? Not too long. Not too long. About 15 minutes. I'm glad you're doing good. As you guys know, the people that are in disability go first, and then they open our curtain. Well, they open our row for us to go next. Cheers.
They go in already?
There's a lot of good stuff going on. Um, with HHN, we already know all the houses. The only merch that we're missing is Terrifier. So yeah, this show is based off of a movie called Waterworld. If you have not seen it, I do recommend looking it up. It might be on Amazon Prime. I know it was on Netflix for a cool minute. The movie's pretty good. It's an old movie, so it is colored. So if you guys are wondering if it's colored, it is. Appreciate that, Jaden.
Yeah, I'm sure like
A lot of people think that they're gonna go in and sit down, but they don't. They just move them up forward to make more space. I think people even jump over to the general line thinking they're gonna get in there faster, but they don't. I'm just like, damn. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna miss the game. I know they play today, but I'm not sure if they are what time. Let's go, Jaden. 4 more days. W. Yeah, I think I might miss it. Oh, they play today? Damn, it starts at 6. I'm gonna miss it. Sorry.
yeah, you want to stay seated, right? You can park it if you want to park it. Oh, good. Then you want to buy it. I guess I can park
I never understood that they opened the ropes way too early, like at 5 o'clock, and the show starts at 5:45. I feel like they should have opened it at 5:30. They did the same thing with animal actors too, huh? Animal actors was like that too. They open the ropes like really early, and then we'll pretty much wait. Yeah. Are they gonna bring the perch back? Yeah, they always did that. It was always with the shows. I know they haven't. I hope they do bring the Death Eaters. I don't want to do the forbidden spells on them.
Hello and welcome to the WaterWorld queue line. Can I please have everyone in my express queue all the way forward and fill in every available space? Here at WaterWorld, not balancing the wild lines of
Any empty space for it.
these seats on the back of the and the party in front of you does not want to move. You have my permission to move further now. It gets you that much closer to the front and that much closer to your seats. So please make sure to move all the way forward and fill in every available space. Thank you.
I do like how they add the mist, but they don't cut it. We need chairs.
That's what the fast pass is. Be careful.
Stroller parking is going to be inside the venue.
Yep. That's super packed today.
Hello everyone, you can find any empty space in the we have a birthday over here. Let's say happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god. I need that line. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for us to get in there. It always does. More people started showing up. It's crazy packed now again on General. Just crazy. Alright, here we go. They just opened the curtains for the disability group. They always go first. And then it's us. Alright, here we go. Hopefully no one took my spot. I like that spot a lot.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Speak slow, speak me fast, I can roast, I can gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind the fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words you can say
so-and-so in a striped shirt, and the girl was looking like, no, the striped shirt.
No, when I went though, they actually did have to improv because I went on the opening night, like after the first night of the night, and it was that weekend it was so hot that they were blasting their AC in the theater, and the power went out. They were blasting it too hard, and so the power went out. I remember because like the doors open, all the seats dropped, like you sit here, like they were moving, and the seats just dropped to their like walking position, and then the doors opened and the lights turned on, and we were kind of like looking around, and I was like, oh, so that's for, like my friends and I were all right up there. We're like, that's for sure not.
Now we're just waiting for Sage
I wonder
to
if like how
come.
to stay in here.
Sage usually comes out to my left,
I see the employees like running around trying to like,
which is that way.
and then the Chucky.
I didn't really see the cast. I know I got a quick glance on it. It was Hannah. Hannah's here today.
Was actually like improv because he was making jokes about the palette. That was probably the one time that he actually did.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got like two different jokes, but for the most part, the structure of the show.
They probably had the same two jokes that they ran. I think it's the side scene.
Yeah, so that's where it was kind of like, oh, I thought it was gonna be this, but I get it. And they don't have technology, so they're gonna have everybody asking questions. And then people are gonna ask what kind of questions are you gonna ask, and then you gotta It's not like the Chucky they had, 12 years ago. That one that was like bitches and stuff.
Which is what I think people were expecting.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting that at all because like in the current climate, I was like, there's no way
They're checking
Of course not, but I think people were
all the props, the wires.
I mean, there were some a lot of indie windows, like you get it.
The Chucky house a couple years ago, the little animatronics that they had on their like facade.
Yeah, they would bleep it.
Yeah,
They would bleep it.
Those are so
I appreciated that. Like
Those were funny.
Start in the VIP, like you can still hear the F's. You're like, okay, I know what he said. But yeah, I remember waiting in line for that one. It was like the best one to wait for because Chucky's always.
Yeah, and then we popped in different like.
Different box.
You guys ever wonder how the waves are being made here at WaterWorld? They have a machine that makes waves, so the water is always moving.
Feels scary, like it just felt
Pretty cool.
It was just scenes from the movie, and it was just like him doing different things like around the fireplace. And he runs out of the fireplace.
Like even when there weren't many scare actors in their positions, like so it was still a fun house.
I didn't even notice the scare actors.
Most of the time that I went through, there weren't many scare actors.
Yeah,
and then,
probably because it was they were probably doing this and then trying to run it out and like.
And then I would go through, and there were scare actors in there, like the ones that would be like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, there's supposed to be some there. I'm like, you can't even tell because you just.
Well, that's like the people at like Jason basically doing this here.
Sage is about to come out.
Like, it's whatever. It's like here's the thing. You're either being Jason, or you're being killed by Jason. There's two options. There's just no other. There's no other option. I saw her on the fitting. She had like the yellow or something, or a sweater, and then she had like the green pants, and I was like, and they were like, she was like, I could just see it in her face. I guess it's like not a.
I like to sit on this side just because I get all the action view. I know sitting in the middle is over there where Sage is at. It's cool, but it just gets crowded over there more. And to find a good seat, I really gotta look for it because usually all the seats in the middle are green and you'll get wet there.
And use the stairs and aisles. This show contains many water effects, and there is a strong chance that you may get wet. For your convenience, the green benches in the arena have been designated as wet seat sections. We recommend that you keep all belongings off the floor and cover any camera or video equipment you may have. If you have any questions or would like assistance, please see a show editor. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
I think that's everybody's like biggest concern with the victim one is like, oh, am I just gonna be standing there dead? Like, or am I gonna be like I imagine that this one they're gonna have a few people with like their heads gonna have a thing on it, and they're gonna kind of be looking. There's gonna be some that are just like standing there. I mean, look at Terrifier. That's gonna
around Horror Nights just to see what's gonna be at Horror Nights. I'm like, all right, let's watch some of these.
Yeah, so that's back to like midsummer, so it's just like a whole convention, and they'll have like Horror Nights will be there, Knott's will be there, Six Flags, and they'll have actual like mini mazes that you can walk through, like little previews of like whatever, like I think when they were doing Saw one year and Six Flags, I mean, obviously they didn't come out as good as they thought it was gonna come out, because they purchased the problem with that one is Fright Fest purchased like Trick or Treat.
They should be coming out anytime soon now.
They spent all their money on just the getting the rights, and then when it came to building it, they were like, plywood? I don't know. Like, yeah. So that's it. Unfortunately, it was not. So that's why here, unfortunately, that's why they're. I mean, here might be the scariest.
But I think also
Welcome to this performance of WaterWorld. As you enter the arena, please do not walk on or over the bench seats. Please take small children by the hand and use the stairs and aisles. This show contains many water effects, and there is a strong chance that you may get wet. For your convenience, the green benches in the arena have been designated
Oh, here they
as
come.
seat sections.
Here comes
Recommend
Sage.
you keep all belongings off the floor and cover any camera or video equipment you may have. If you have any questions or would like assistance, please see the show. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Okay. Probably what people were upset about.
But the facade itself is exactly the same.
Right? So like, you're saving a lot.
Scarecrow.
Like,
The only thing they're gonna do different with Scarecrow is music. Which I'm kind of like, like, I think it's gonna ruin it, to be honest. And I was gonna like, huge on like the Smash thing, and like, it just, I'm like, it doesn't add anything to the house, you know? I remember this guy last year, he was so like, you are amazed. I'm like, that guy, man, like, he's the reason that last year was so lackluster, because he puts minimal effort in. Always on Twitter, always on Twitter. Maybe we were here. Yeah, he came through last year, and this guy was trying to. This guy, he worked a blackout.
I don't think you're gonna get wet.
Trying to do some like POVs, I guess he had to do too. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna do like a POV that was going through the days and lights on. And so he did it. And I guess when he was walking through, I guess when he was walking through, John Birdie had his like little crew in there, and he just like, like walked out. He had it on his phone, and you can see when he's like, oh, I'm sorry. John Birdie's like, because he's sitting there going, he's pumping for well, you know, he's in there hyping himself up, you know. Yeah, I also saw, like when I would do pool last year, and they were like, oh, we're gonna set you up this way, and the costume didn't fit, and I had to go back.
Damn.
So I'm like walking through, and I remember seeing.
Welcome to the intro!
They're like late now, so everybody's like, oh, let's go. They'd already be done, or they'd be on like waiting for night.
A lot of new, beautiful faces. So first and foremost, welcome. I'm glad you made it
I
here
was walking
safely.
from there, and I saw Brian.
Now, since you are new to this intro, there are some things you need to know. Number one, if you look down and you are sitting on a green seat today, that is our high flood level, which means there is a high chance of you getting pretty wet.
We got to see him on
If you don't want to get wet, I suggest you move to higher ground.
which his
You are sitting in a silver seat, a row or two behind the green.
times good.
We just ran out of green paint.
Just like when we found out with Chuck, apparently you have to land it.
Now, if you're wondering to yourself, well, Sage, I mean, just how wet could we possibly get? I'll give you a hint. It's between
Front row spot, so.
and Leo.
I think I was here on one of Ryan's first days.
You do not want to get wet between. And Leo.
Like 2 days ago, when I was visiting my sister, he was saying, and he was like,
I think
the good news is you don't have to take a shower for like 2 weeks now.
Spencer's like, he's not in a good mood today.
Again, I suggest you move to higher ground. The second thing you need to know is that everyone on my atoll has a job to do. So you, as new recruits, your job is to be lookouts. What are you looking out for? Smokers. Those are the bad guys, pirates, evildoers, storm and steal all our resources and leave no survivors. So if and when you see a smoker, I need you to be as loud as you possibly can. All right, Dex, we're going to try that right now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! All right, not bad, not bad. Hey, Bats, how are your lookouts doing? Yeah, bucket of motivation, I think.
Yeah, Joey hates it. Joey's like, I want my nights back. They're used to getting off.
We can be louder!
Now it's like 7:38.
No, not a thumbs up. Yeah, not you, your lookouts. They're the ones that need to be loud, not you. Yeah, you bet. Strike 1. Thank you for being my number 1. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being great to me. No, yeah, yo. Man. No, that was on you. You leave my people alone. All right, Leo, so we get it back. You are these people's champion. Leo! All right, my man. You're gonna spray him in the face on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Can't see.
Leo! Don't get him wet. I already did. Yeah, now you're in trouble. I mean, come up here. Yeah, he doesn't want to mess with somebody big, does he? I don't think so. Hey, buddy, for the child! Same thing, like, now you're scared. Can't get in your boots. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what happened? Hold on. Round number 1! All right, everybody. That's his section, my section, Yayo section. Make some noise! Let's get back to work.
Really hard to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this performance of WaterWorld. This show contains many pyrotechnic effects. For your safety and the safety of the performers, we ask your cooperation in remaining seated during the entire performance, keeping all aisleways clear. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
I'm not ever going to enjoy the show.
The future, the polar ice caps melted, and the continents are deep beneath the waves. The survivors live on these floating fortresses known as atolls in this place called Waterworld. Brave explorers voyage in search of the legend of Dryland, the last remaining on the planet. But the Deacon, maniacal leader of a group of evil raiders called Smokers, is determined to find Dryland first. He's ensured that no explorer has ever returned until now.
Mac, what do you got?
It's a woman! It looks like it's Helen!
Return signal! Open the gate!
Close the gates! Mac, keep a lookout!
Helen!
Sage! Come tell me!
It is so good to see you alive! Where have you been?
Feast your eyes on this.
This is pure dirt. How did you come by this?
In the dry land.
No, dry land is a myth!
It's not a myth, I've been there! It's our salvation! We can all start new lives on dry land, but we have to hurry. The Deacon and the Smokers are after me.
Smokers in the distance!
Battle stations! Max, sound the alarm!
This is the highest view.
Helen, get to the tower,
Then
hurry!
he looks, he's like,
Go! Lookouts, keep your eyes peeled! Max, get to the tower, lock down the gate, and check the armory. Go! Is that a seaplane? They have a seaplane! Mac! Where is it? Incoming from the south! Get to Get on the water cannons! Do not let them in!
Going to the gate!
Max, lock it down! Stay down! Seaplane's coming back around!
Where do you think Hey, who's got the golf ball? Hold that thing up nice and high. Hold it up. Little kid's got my golf ball. No, it's okay. We might actually need these people. Agnes. Brothers and sisters!
You hear that, Deacon? Why are not you brothers and sisters doing me?
Shut him up!
You will never shut us up, Deacon! Uh-oh! Look behind you! Uh-oh!
Desolate children, you poor lost souls on this floating piece of sheet metal. The provider has spoken, and he tells me personally that somebody here knows the way to dry land. Dry land, we are going to pave it and drive it, tax it and tithe it. Sweet Joe above, we're going to use it, cruise it, fill it, drill it, and build an 18-hole monument to my beloved self.
You'll never find dry land, Deacon. I need a mariner.
The mariner. Hey, Chuck, you shut that gate. Thank you. Are you talking about your boyfriend? Your half-man, half-fish boyfriend. The guy that poked out my eye. Yeah!
Is that what you're talking about, huh?
Bring me the girl. Bring me the girl. Bring me the girl. Hi. May I offer you smoke? Don't do that. Oh, you like games, don't you? I'm a big fan of games myself. Let's play. Keep an eye on that one. Guys, what you got up there?
He's got a name caller! And he's got dirt!
Dirt. How about that? Well, I need to know the way to dry land. So, the game is called The First One That Talks Lives.
Leave him alone. He doesn't know anything.
Well, that makes you the winner.
Helen, don't tell him anything.
This guy is the loser. Drop him. What a shame. You seem like such a nice guy.
They all get the, like,
I'm talking to her. Tell me what's
We're approaching at high speed!
Do you excuse me for just a moment? Shoot him!
He's gone!
What?
He's gone under the water!
It's him! The Baron is under the water. Gunfire now! You're dead! I hate that guy. Get that girl! Where in the world are you going, Ricky? Crying out loud, the Baron is right over here. Hey! I'd like to take this guy's head off of his body. We've got guns, he's got water, and he's kicking our butts. Well, that was hard to watch.
Well, yeah, you got one eye.
Once you get over here, find out what's wrong with this thing. She's getting away! Are you all right?
Now.
We're all right also. What are you doing with a fish boy? He's not your kind. Check it! Boy in the flounder. Let's go! We need to go! Oh, you think? Find me another weapon, will ya? You're genuinely starting to annoy me. You're not gonna ruin my plans for dry land, you bull-neck, mutated freak. You're a freak and
Hey boss, how about this?
We're gonna big last time
Did that hurt? You're in my favorite band. Come on, fish boy. Let's go, me and you.
What's up, James?
Hey, you've got something on your face.
I'm invincible!
You've got something on your face. Mariner! I think we got him.
Helen! Stop kicking people. Why is he still alive? I think dead, alright? Dead? Get on top and get the seaplane back in here. We'll blast everything to Kingdom Come. I'll take care of the three. Shut up, I'm working. Dock Ricky! I need something bigger. Ask and you shall receive. Hey, fish boy. Oh yeah, look what I found. Big Bertha. Oops. I sliced it. Will you do me a big favor up there and stand in one spot? Ah, you're gonna use Chuck as a shield. Hey, Chuck! You're fired.
They've started doing
Yes! Thank you. Golly gee, a single tear rolls down my cheek. Get up. Somebody signal my seaplane. Somebody! I mean, like that, I think all of my men are dead. Good! Your boyfriend is dead too. Climb the ladder. Hey, climb it. I've got a brand new vision. Pilgrimage for two to dry land. That's right, that'll be me and you, Helen. Just think of it, the two of us, savoring the sweet flavor of dry land. Why don't you just show me the way?
Okay.
Go pack. We got a plane to catch. Come on, fish boy. Let's go. Let us decide the fate of the new world. Is it going to man or fish?
Mariner, I'll get the boat.
No, you won't. No, you're not going anywhere, Helen. You're having a big hole in your butt. Yeah! Get it! Ow! I got your woman. I killed your friends. So who's gonna stop me now? You? I don't think so. You don't have a leg to stand on. No! Yes! I, Deacon of WaterWorld, celebrate the birth of a new nation. Dryland is my destiny.
Hey, Deacon!
Hey, what? And you, I'm taking you with me.
Get the gates! I should have stayed on dry land.
And so the Deacon's threat has ended, and civilization may start anew on dry land, while the mariner roams the 4 points of the compass on the endless seas of Waterworld. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize some of our performers for their work in film and television. From the Forever Purge, Ricky Fiorillo. From the Fall Guy, Ryan Marsico. From SEAL Team, Jason Sweat. From the Fall Guy, or rather from the Naked Gun, 𝐤𝐤𝐞𝐤. From Beverly Hills Top 4, Joey Wilson. And doing that incredible 45-foot fire dive from the Grand Tour, Robert Batson. Running out of the boat here from our heroes, from Marvel's Runaways, Hannah Bible. And from Hot Water, Brian Coles. From 911, my name is Greg Dahl. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the day at Universal Studios Hollywood.
We hope you've enjoyed this performance of Waterworld. If you are enjoying your stay here at Universal Studios Hollywood. As you exit the arena, please do not walk on or over the bench seats. Please take small children by the hand, use the stairs and aisleways only. Thank you.
Yeah, yo. All right, done with WaterWorld.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Babe.
All right, let's go do the tour. It would have been nice I need help. It would be nice if I had help right now.
Okay, ready? Oh, that was good. That was on Jumbo's line.
Was I glitchy right now? Or was I good?
Oh, look at this. The pink
Oh,
ladies
oh.
are here.
All right.
How you doing here, pink ladies? Oh, is somebody knocking on our theme park?
Yeah, kind of. In a manner of speaking. You know, I was skeptical.
Yeah, I need a break. Oh, King Julius is over there dancing. Damn. So we're pretty much going to the studio tour. Studio tour. All of the letters are already, they're already putting the letters on the building. The Fast and the Furious letters. Pretty sick.
I can't believe I woke up late. I literally didn't even wash my hair because I honestly.
No, but like.
Not sure why. Jada.
Knowing that for my makeup, knowing that we're gonna go out.
Yeah, for an hour. No, you're good. I didn't see our friend. I might pause the stream. Okay, hold on. Ouch. My keys. Very much. What's up, Smith? We'll make it. I think the last trip is at 7:15, if I'm not mistaken. The backstory of the tour is pretty cool. So the tour is more of of a tram that goes around the whole park and shows you what they do in the back lot, like movies, commercials, events, all that. Where the magic happens is right there, which is pretty cool. 60 minutes wait. Dang. So 16 minutes wait. Oh. Thank you. Oh, we're getting in. We're going in. We gotta go in.
So make sure to raise your hands at the
They got the
lovely studio tour ambassadors. We'll get you a pair of those 3D glasses. Don't need to bring them on just yet, though. The world is already in 3D. However, as soon as that changes, you're going to be the first to know. And with that in mind, if you are, you're going to be back here.
We're going here.
Just make sure that they are seated at the center of the road away from the gates for their safety, which look like we're coming to a close with that. So watch out for your arms and legs as those gates in the back start to come closed. Now, is this anyone's first time on our studio tour? Any first time, never been there before? Got one? Got one here? Welcome aboard. Any other new people in
I always forget.
Any new
I don't need them.
first timers? Oh, I see car 4 waving. I see a hand all the way back in car 4. Welcome, car 4. Awesome. Seems like we have a lot of returning friends. So welcome back to all of you. We have a lot of filming going on our lot recently. TV shows like The 10 prequel, The Burbs with Keke Palmer. We're going to talk all about that as soon as we get things started. But first, let's turn to the left-hand side. Let's wave goodbye to the people hanging out in the low area. Peace out. We are out of here. Now, my name is Alexa. I'm going to be your tour guide, and lucky for you, I'm the driver.
It looks better.
So the back lot is usually where they film, do events, commercials. All the magic happens, all the movies are filmed here.
My name is Trevor. I'm going to be
Universal Studios back lot is an actual city with their own zip code, addresses, and everything. The only missing there is people living there, but they do have a police station, fire station, and ambulance as well on site.
Center of the aisle, away from the tram gates. We do have a segment on the store presented in 3D. If you do not already have a pair of 3D glasses, they look like this right here. Very stylish, very cool. Quickly raise your hand so one of our studio tour ambassadors can get you a pair. Now, you don't need to wear them just yet, of course. You only need them for King Kong 360 3D. So if you are wearing them right now, feel free to take them off if you want, of course. But hey, after all, the world, it's already 3D. Now, by the way, if you look over to the right-hand side of the tram, you'll see the Universal Studios backlot. Over 400 acres, and we're one of the biggest and busiest studios in the world. As such, be prepared. The tour is approximately 45 minutes to an hour long. We do have a lot of fantastic things to talk about, of course. After all, this is where it meets up to things like the classic Universal monster movies, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, film shows like the Emmy Award-winning series Hack, starring Gene Smart. We also have St. Dennis Medical, Bel Air, Ted.
Hopefully we have a good view of
well, the chance to talk about all of that and more
the maze
By
Freddy
the way, do you have
Chan,
any first timers
Scarecrow.
in Universal Tour? Anyone? Okay, seeing immediately a hand go up at the first car. Welcome aboard. Okay, lots more hands going up. Fantastic, welcome. One of the great things about visiting the Universal Studio Tour, of course,
It was 60 minutes wait in general line. That's an hour. Express was empty.
Check out a lot of great spots where you visited created some of your favorite films and television shows. Now we're waiting just a moment to get a couple more people on board. In the meantime, sit back, relax. Let's get all pumped up with some great music from some Universal Productions.
Watch me for the changes and try to keep up with it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you check the score? And 0-0, okay.
Thank you so much and good night.
All right, folks, it looks like the tram gates are all closed. We'll be setting off momentarily. We do have a tram in front of us, experiencing some slight technical issues, so in just a moment or so. Now, since the tram gates are all closed, I will make this a quick final call for 3D glasses. Again, if you don't have a pair, this is your one and only opportunity to get them, so raise your hands now if you need 3D glasses. Okay, I'm looking around. I'm not seeing any raised hands. Perfect. Now, we here at Universal, of course, we work on a lot of TV here in Universal, including we have a medical sitcom that's filming season 2 right now called St. Dennis Medical. You can take a quick look right here.
I love a buzzword, a Coachella type vibe.
Regional medical. Regional medical.
She's just
St. Dennis Medical, episode streaming now. Watch NBC on Peacock.
Yes, St. Dennis Medical is filming season 2 right now, and season 1 is streaming entirely on Peacock. Now, of course, we work here a lot of great television shows and a lot of great films here in Universal as well. And what's, of course, what's a great film without a great script? Which you can take a quick look at a couple of great film lines right here. Any moment now. There we go. Sorry, 1-1. Occasionally that happens. Sorry about that. Again, we're waiting just a moment for the tram right in front of us to pull forward. It should be just a second. Don't worry, we're not going to stay in one place the entire time. Here we go. Take a quick look right at this.
Well, there's this
Problem most men have is they just plain straight up have no clue how to talk to women. Houston, we have a problem. We're on a mission from God.
Like I said, we're in the second season of St. Dennis right now. I'm a big fan of the show. Whitey McConaughey is super funny. You might have seen her in Bridesmaids. I also know her from Reno 911 from way back in the day. So funny. Very good at improvising as well.
Wherever you
3D glasses. Anyone want to 3D glasses? Just raise your hand. Look at the window. Check. How are you? How's your day going? Sitting there in the front car, I face towards all of you, so I can see all of your beautiful faces and see your reactions to all the cool things we're going to look at today. But yeah, this is where we go along. We have movies, TV shows, commercials, music videos.
They're taking forever because there's another tram that pulled up on the side of us.
Every time you bend down to the light, you look back into the darkness and wonder if I'm there. Some night I will be.
Each and every man under my command owes me 100 net scouts. And I want my scouts.
Excuse me. What are you gonna do? Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
Wish I knew how to cook. Isn't that good? I love those kids nice.
While we're waiting, I appreciate all of your patience while we're waiting to head on to our tour. If you haven't yet, if you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Leanne. We have your tour guide. Our driver is Efren. We're going to be out there for about 45 minutes to an hour or so, taking a look at the map once we get moving on the tour. And we are driving in style today, one of our electric vehicles. So here to tell you more about that is today's show co-host and weather anchor, Albert.
You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
Again, thank you all for your patience while we're waiting to head on out onto the tour. I know there's so many noises, so much happening, so I'm going to try to not talk too much on the microphone so that we're not going to get too, overstimulated by everything. But I'll let you know when we start getting ready to really head on out. Just be simple concert.
grandson, husband to a murdered wife. I will have my vengeance. This life and the next.
Now, of course, you might have noticed that last clip right there was missing a couple of our Best Picture awards. Most recently, we here at Universal Studios, we won Best Picture for Oppenheimer, which was directed by Christopher Nolan. Also won an Academy Award for Best Director as well, and starred Cillian Murphy, who took home Best Actor at the Oscars as well. Well, I thank you for your patience, folks. Waiting just a few moments more. Experiencing slight technical difficulties with this tram in front of us right here. Now, in the meantime, though, since we are kicking back, my name is Trevor. Again, I'm going to be your tour guide this evening as we explore the Universal backlot. And our driver today is Riley. And I do also have a third person who I'd like to introduce you to. His name, of course, is Jimmy Fallon.
To the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guy.
Trevor!
And the greatest driver.
Riley!
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Trevor
owes me $5.
Whoops, forgot about that.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That is correct. While we're waiting here, I do have to go over a couple of safety rules for your safety and comfort while on board the tram this evening. So first off, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property. For any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and please remain seated. Also, please no smoking of any kind during the tour. And to be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects, so you may get wet. There are also some tram movements during the tour, so secure your personal belongings and hold on. Finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board the tram. Alright, folks, now with all of that out of the way, we here in the Universal, of course, we work on a ton of TV here, including we have a multicam sitcom that films here in the Universal lot called Hasson's Place. Oh, pardon me for just a moment, folks. Thank you for your patience. Alright, thank you for your patience, folks. Should be just a couple of minutes more. Now, like I was saying, we here at Universal, we work on a ton of TV, including we have a multicam sitcom that films here called Happy's Place. That show stars Reba McEntire and airs on NBC and Peacock as well. If you look to the right-hand side of the tram right now, you can even see its soundstage where it films, soundstage number 33. Now, of course, when you think of multicam sitcoms, some of the more popular ones, of course, are The Big Bang Theory, Friends, Will and Grace. Those types of shows you can just kick back, relax, binge a couple of episodes after a long day at work. Now, generally, a multicam sitcom takes about 5 days to put together one episode of the show. For the first 4 days, the actors are working on mostly getting up on its feet. They're memorizing their lines, they're getting their blocking down. Blocking, by the way, that's a technical term. It essentially means movement around the set. They're memorizing that both, of course, so the camera operators more easily fall on the ground, and just to make the scene more exciting, less flat than otherwise might be if everyone was standing around. Now, they're doing all that hard work because on the 5th and final day, that's when we bring in a live studio audience to watch a taping of the show. The laughter that you're hearing when you're watching a multicam sitcom at home, that is real, authentic laughter. I will say, of course, sometimes a joke just doesn't work. The audience might not get it, might not find it funny. It happens. Now, when that happens, then, that's when the writers, they quickly spring into action, trying to come up with new material, new jokes. Once they find something like, they'll go to the actor, say, hey, try to say this instead. And if the audience laughs, that's going to be the joke that's in the final episode of the show. And that's really just a small taste of how we make a multicam sitcom. Now, if you want the full experience for yourselves, by the way, you can go to oneiota.com as well as oncameraaudiences.com. Tickets are completely free as well. So, hey, if you have the opportunity, why not check it out? Now, of course, a lot of stars get their start in TV. We've worked with a lot of stars here at Universal, of course, such as Harrison Ford, Drew Barrymore, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Clint Eastwood, even though he's primarily associated with Warner Brothers these days, got to start right here at Universal Studios as a background actor. All those stars, they had to get their start somewhere, of course. Here's some examples of the stars before they were famous.
We're still waiting. We should have gone.
Real smooth.
As soon as I get some updates, I will give them to you immediately. I promise. I'm waiting just like you are for to clear up. But again, we're going to put the train for us to move forward, and once they come we're just sitting in a parking spot, right? Because we can't see anything that I keep talking about. So I'm going to keep on getting ready here, and I'll wait to spoil all of that once we're actually out of the
Why didn't you say something before? Nobody asked me.
I tried to tell you, fellas.
Are you waving at me or just waiting for me to notice you're waving at me? You guys doing okay? You're surviving? Okay, I'll see you all soon.
Okay, folks, I just want to thank you all for your patience. Again, we're still experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties with the tram in front of us. Hopefully you're all enjoying yourselves so far at least, and if you need any assistance, please let me know. Now, of course, one important element, our films have a lot of common tropes in them. There's classic good versus evil, and you can take a quick look at a couple of our great Universal villains.
We're taking a little bit too long. Oh look, WaterWorld. Oh, you missed it. Not sure if it captured Captain Hook.
The update I have right now is that they are currently doing a screen folks from one tram to the other.
Of course.
We're gonna get the tram out of our way and be able to move forward. But again, thank you all so much for your patience. I'll check with you soon.
Of course, for every great bad guy here at Universal, there's a hero that arises to the occasion.
I do know that we're brothers. I know that we're free. All the way, we must stay true to ourselves.
Ray, I ain't gonna beat around the bush with you. You going blind. The doctor's saying nothing they can do, so we gotta do it ourselves. People are dying, Scott. You've got document after document here, right under your nose that says why the meds have nowhere to go.
I've been locked up and for 30 years.
I want to go to Vietnam, and I'll die there if I have to.
Yeah, we're waiting. Looks like the other tramp next to us. They're not sure they're letting people to get off. Not sure.
See, sometimes with a little guy, there's always a little guy. He can be great big trouble.
All right, folks, I want to thank you one more time for your patience. They are currently doing a tram transfer with the tram in front of us right now. They're all pretty much all off at this point, so we'll be setting off in just a moment. Now, in the meantime, though, here's a quick look about how we make some of your favorite films and television shows.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not, Jaden. No, we have
now, of course,
a regular tramp
right
next
there,
to
you
us.
saw
I think they're
all the
saying
hard
that
work that goes
the
into
regular
making some of your
tramp
favorite
broke down.
films and television shows. Now, occasionally, like right now, for instance, things don't go according to plan. Maybe while filming a sequence, an actor breaks out into laughter. Maybe they flood the line. Those are all examples of some bloopers. And here you can take a quick look at just a couple of them.
We're looking at bloopers, pretty much.
Colorado? That's far. You think you want
牛逼！我操！666，你这会手机别玩了啊！别玩了，我一会儿还去你健身房呢。
What up, little Richie?
Don't you smile. Don't you smile.
让我这个节目定不起来。定。要不然那让是能定的话就定，反正晚上回去能一个。
Now, when we're creating a film, one important element would be the creative process behind it, including our production design. Now, what happens with production design, of course, is that our production designer, they're going to work heavily with the director, come up with an overall look and feel for a certain production. Now, in addition, the art director, when they come in, they take all the concepts the production designers have come up with and then try to figure out how to practically build those locales for filming, making sure, of course, there's enough space for any all the technical equipment and special effects that they might require. Then set decorators and set dressers, like the name implies, they help dress the set, which looks like we might be able to get a close look at a couple of our sets in just a moment. They have finally transferred the tram in front of us.
I'm good, how are you?
We're just trying to get
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Forward in just a moment. Again, I thank you so much for your patience, folks. I know this is a really rather long start to the tour.
Thank you, Jay. We're still here.
to answer the phone. I was gone a second. I came back in. He let himself out of the playpen. He put on Scarface, and he glued his hands to the love
right now, so again, thank you everyone for your patience. Move on the tour. It's moving.
Yes, it is indeed finally moving. Thank you for your patience, folks. Oh, stop. We're almost there, though. Don't worry.
We're relaxing. We, you know, ate our snacks and feel on and chill. We wait for this
Okay, folks, thank you so much for your patience. We are finally heading out. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye, train next to us. Thank you for being our buddies in all this. Okay, so like I said before, my name is Trevor. I'm going to be your tour guide this evening as we explore the Universal backlot, and our driver today is Riley. Now, our founder, Carl Lemley, officially opened gates to the public on March 15th of 1915, where he dubbed Universal City the strangest city in the world, which, by the way, folks, we are a real functioning city. Up ahead, you're going to notice we have a Universal Studios fire station, which isn't a set. It won't be actors inside. You're seeing it's a real functioning fire station. In addition, we have medical services. We have a deputy station. We even have our own zip code. Really, the only difference between Universal City and Trevor, lovely town you folks are coming from today, is that Universal City is all about entertaining people. That's really all that we do. Now, for the first part of our tour, folks, we're going to be visiting the front lot. The front lot contains all aspects of film production, and there are multiple stages of production process as well. Of course, there's the pre-production phase where we select what scripts we're going to film, who we're going to cast in the various roles, what it's going to look like overall, and then filming commences. The best way to describe that is a phrase you've likely heard before: lights, camera, action! And then the post-production phase is when we stitch all the scenes together, maybe add in a musical score, some digital effects as well, for releasing out on the big or small screen. Alright, now as we head into the studio, we're actually going to be traveling down first off what we refer to as the Universal Timeline. The posters coming up on the right-hand side of the tram right now, they represent just a fraction of the wide variety of films that Universal Pictures has produced. Now, in addition, coming up on the left-hand side of the tram, I would be remiss in not mentioning, you've probably seen a ton of it earlier today, a lot of construction happening for upcoming roller coaster Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Folks, it looks so cool. I cannot wait to finally ride it. It's coming out in 2026. To find more details, you can visit universalstudioshollywood.com. Now, as we head down the Universal Timeline, over the right-hand side of the tram, one minor detail that you're actually going to see the evolution of the Universal Studios logo over the years. Of course, we started with that classic 3D logo with a plane flying above ahead before we got to our rather iconic Universal Studio logo today. All right. Now, it has been very busy on the Universal lot lately. Of course, we have a lot of TV happening here, like we're filming season 4 of the television show Bel Air on the Universal lot. We also have a St. Dennis Medical as well, and an upcoming TV series called 5-Star Weekend as well. Coming up on the right-hand side of the tram right now, here's that Universal Studio fire station that I was talking about. Feel free to wave for us who pass by. Our firefighters are doing a fantastic job after all. Now, of course, the production process is very complex. Essentially, one of the great things about film and TV is really a process of working together. Of course, our directors, they really take charge, take command, and then we have our assistant directors who really help them achieve that as well. Producers are going to be the background, trying to figure out what sort of design and feel they're going to help, of course, put the money into the film as well. And, okay, so, pardon me. Now, as we visit our front lot, one of the first things you're going to notice is one of our buildings, which we call our sound stages. Now, to the left, that first sound stage that you're going to see, that is stage 12. Not only is that the largest sound stage we have at Universal Studios, it's in fact one of the 10 largest sound stages in the entire world. And here's just a small sample of some of the films that have used sound stage number 12. You might recognize a couple of them.
This is, I believe, the WWE bright white right here on this side.
Yes, even exterior scenes like that, hey, sometimes they're filmed inside a soundstage. We here in Hollywood, we love using sound stages. First off, that's because they're 98% soundproof. With construction often happening a lot, trucks and trailers constantly driving by, for the most part, you won't hear any of that inside the sound stages. They're also controlled environments.
Agreed, Jaden.
When we're filming a certain sequence, you might have only one, maybe two opportunities to film those moments, and we don't want any exterior factors like weather or other people potentially ruining the take. And as you saw, we can build whatever we want inside them, from the tiniest of cubicles to the largest of mansions. Which, by the way, folks, the left-hand side of the tram right now, we're currently passing two sound stages number 7 and 8. Now, these sound stages would have such a set, such a mansion. This is where they're currently filming the 4th and final season of the television show Bel-Air, which airs on Peacock, based on the hit 90s series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's a very dramatic retelling of that story. Here to tell you a little bit more are a couple of its stars, Jabari Banks and Ollie Charlatan.
So what is you put egg on the cheese? You put cheese on the eggs, on the cheese, it's fine. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? No, it's gotta be a lot. Yeah, you could probably fit the whole Bel-Air cast and crew here. Oh, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. For sure. You're lucky for y'all. The Banks family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel-Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed.
We're coming up to the second maze
Sorry, what have been your most memorable
inside
I know, I mean, there's so many to choose from.
15.
You know, I love the foyer set where Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you, girls? Well, the Bel-Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having me sit in that cold ice bath for hours, and I was regretting it. I couldn't feel my toes.
The Scarecrow.
No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented group who put it all together.
They covered it up higher now.
Set design, props, and transportation. Oh, yes, yo, Transformers the best, and they got the smoothest rides for us to play with. So speaking of, we're gonna get a ride like this. We'd better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour. Yeah, that sounds good. As long as I get to drive. Oh, not if I got the keys. Come on, man.
Oh, I caught it.
Thanks, Jabari and Ollie. Now,
Let me know if I caught it.
Television history goes back 85 years. The opening day ceremonies of the 1939 New York World's Fair are our first broadcast. Since then, we've produced and televised some of the most popular, longest-running shows ever seen on network television. Shows like The Jeffersons, Columbo, Coach, all filmed right here in Universal Lot. More recently, to the right-hand side of the tram, we're
They removed the walls in the front for Scarecrow, so now you can see like the whole house, which is pretty cool.
On Peacock, called The Paper, which is exec produced and written by Greg Daniels, who also did The Office as well. In addition to the left, you might recognize a certain teddy bear who's celebrating that not only he has 2 movies under his belt, named after him, of course, Ted and Ted 2, but also a TV series also named Ted, which is a prequel to films. Oh, by the way, they recently wrapped up filming season 2 of Ted for Peacock, produced by Seth MacFarlane, who also voiced the titular character. Details are titled and wraps, and of course, it was fantastic to have that production, that whole cast and crew back in Universal Lot. Now, folks, the left-hand side of the tram, we're passing a very important area on this studio lot. These series of small buildings to our left are our bungalows, and here to tell you more about them are the stars of the film How to Train Your Dragon.
Hey there, Studio Tour. I'm Jared Butler.
I'm Mason Thames.
And I'm Nico Parker.
You know, these bungalows to your left are actually production offices.
Home to some of Hollywood's biggest filmmakers, including Mark Platt, one of the producers of our new live-action movie, How to Train Your Dragon.
Everyone wave. You might be there right now.
And if you haven't already, be sure to meet the iconic and beloved Toothless over in the closet.
And see our movie only in theaters now.
But in the meantime, here's a sneak peek.
Everything we know about dragons is wrong.
You ready?
Watch out!
How to Train Your Dragon, rated PG, in theaters now.
Yes, don't miss How to Train Your Dragon, all in theaters, including our very own Universal Cinema on City Walk, playing now. Now, in just a moment, we're about to transition from the front lot and head to the back lot portion of our tour, where our large-scale exterior sets are located. Very quickly, though, to the left-hand side of the tram, you're seeing some final sound stages, sound stage number 25 and 26. These are some of our more recent ones, first used back in 2016 for Hairspray Live, which aired on NBC. Currently, stage 20 winning Planet.
We're going to
Coleman airs on NBC
New York
and Peacock as well. Alright, so we're
where they
officially on
film
backlot. If you look to the
Back to
right-hand
the
side of the
Future,
tram,
Bruce
you'll see what
Almighty.
this backlot set has in store for us. This is a metropolitan area, which has been used for such television shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, starring Annie Samberg and Andre Braugher, as well as The Mindy Project, produced and starring Mindy Kaling. In addition to the right-hand side of the tram, you're seeing the exterior of the St. Denis Medical Facility as well. Now, rather than just continually describing things to you, though, let me quickly show you this area in action, in this case from the film Bruce Almighty, starring Jim Carrey.
The clock tower from Back to the
And now
Future.
we've arrived in personally one of my favorite areas on our backlot, our Courthouse Square. Used for productions like Bye Bye Birdie and To Kill a Mockingbird, starring Gregory Peck. More recently, this building to the left-hand side of the tram is John Hancock High School for the television show Ted, but this whole area is best known as being Hill Valley from Back to the Future, which Back to the Future, by the way, is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. It was originally released on July 3rd of 1985. To the left-hand side of the tram, that building is the clock tower that was struck by lightning. Of course, Doc Brown harnessed that lightning, powering the time machine, sending Martin flying Back to the Future. Here to tell you more is writer and producer Bob Gale, as well as actor Christopher Lloyd.
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that lead. So it was a lead about that wide. And I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand that. That was what took me from the top of the line. Of course, I had a cable.
One of the great
Coming
things
up
about
to Little New
metropolitan
York.
sets is that you can travel
Not a
great
great movies
distances
were filmed
in a
here.
short amount of time.
Marvel,
So,
Spider-Man, Captain America, Fast and the
we're
Furious.
suddenly transported over to the East Coast to our New York Street. Our New York Street has used productions like Transformers, directed by Michael Bay, as well as Captain America: The First Avenger. New Super
damn.
7's running down 1940s New York, chasing after the Hydra agent. Yeah, that was right here at Universal Studios. Now, I do have a little bit of a confession about our New York Street. I am an LA native. I've lived in LA my whole life. Now, honestly, I've never been to New York, so I don't know a ton about it, but fortunately, I have a certain co-host who has spent a lot of time here.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. What's got the muffins over there? That old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
What are you saying?
Well, we're now leaving the concrete jungles behind, and for our next stop, we're headed to the jungles of Skull Island, where King Kong resides. Here to tell you more is director Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8.
Hopefully.
I like films that just take you away.
Did you tell him about the new player? I think his name is Maximum. France player that they bought. Worth more than $200 million. I think it's $800 million. I think that's how much they paid for him. So I mean, if they pay that much, he better start making those.
There's 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just put them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Before we return to Skull Island, folks, a brief reminder to please remain seated at all times, keeping your arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. And if you're carrying any belongings with you, now's the time I recommend holding onto those items tightly. In fact, hold on tight in general, as visiting Skull Island, well, it can be a little bit of a bumpy ride.
go, boys. We're going back in time. Back in the dinosaur era. Let's go, we survived.
360 3D. Everyone, feel free to take off your 3D glasses now. Please do hold on to them though. That was projected on some of the largest 3D screens in the world that are 40 feet tall and over 180 feet wide. And it was done thanks to director Peter Jackson and the folks over at WetaFX. WetaFX has won 7 Academy Awards and worked on such things including a Minecraft movie, Fantastic Four: First Steps, The Television of The Last of Us, and Avatar: The Way of Water.
With a project like the studios where the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, you're seeing clowns from this side, and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on a movie, we always know what people are looking. They're looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shot that they're working on. Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this, while any movies that we're working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience.
Now, the technology for creating King Kong has really come a long way when you think about it. When the original RKO picture came out back in 1933, they just used an 18-inch figure representing Kong and did with it, at the time, a rough version of stop-motion animation. Of course, when you think of stop-motion animation today, you probably think of fully animated films like the Wallace and Gromit franchise or Tim Burton's Night Before Christmas. Essentially, how it works, they set up the camera in a fixed position, they'll place a figure right in front of it, then just take a photo. Then they'll tweak, just move the figure a little bit, take another photo. They'll do that thousands of times and then combine all those images about 24 frames per second, and then, in this case, you'll have King Kong look like he's moving around, terrorizing the jungle. Anyway, folks, now coming up on the left-hand side of the tram, in just a moment, you're going to see what we call a base camp, an area of operations for a production, which I'll get to in just a moment. Looks like they're starting to set up right now, in fact. So this is a base camp. Now, a base camp normally includes such things like a video village. That's where the director and actors will watch dailies, pretty much everything filmed over the course of the entire day. It might inform the director how to tackle the film or television show from there on out. There'll also be trailers for the stars, plus trailers for makeup, the wardrobe, to get our actors looking camera ready, a holding area for any background actors that we might require, the crafty, the free food. If you want amazing food, folks, join the entertainment industry. Now, specifically what that base camp is set up for, coming up on the left-hand side of the tram in just a moment, you're going to see a couple more sound stages. Now, in particular, I want to draw your attention to sound stages number 30 and 31, because as we get a close look, you'll see sound stage number 30, there we go, has that rather large iconic V on it. That's where we're currently working on season 28 of The Voice, which airs on NBC and Peacock as well. Team Buble, of course, once season 27 means back for season 28 as well, along with Snoop Dogg and Reba McEntire. It should be a fantastic time. You can check out season 28 of The Voice on NBC and Peacock this fall. Now, by the way, we use everything here in the studio lot for filming, more than just our backlot exterior sets or our sound stages, but even to the left-hand side of the tram, this body of water that we're passing right now, we call that Park Lake. Now, that lake was transformed into the entirety of the Pacific Ocean for the classic television sitcom McHale's Navy. In addition, personally, I'm a huge fan of our classic Universal monsters. It was transformed into the lagoon for Creature from the Black Lagoon, which celebrated 70th anniversary last year. Now, speaking of anniversaries, there is another disaster classic which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. That film, of course, is Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg, and our next stop is going to be Amity Island. Now, before we go over to Amity, maybe we should check in with Police Chief Martin Brody.
Hi folks, Chief Brody here. You may have heard we have a shark problem, so
They
I'm afraid
changed
the beaches are closed. Yeah, you got a real bad fish out there.
the tour. Usually we do Jaws a little bit after Europe, but I guess we're doing Jaws, Little Mexico, in Europe, and then the Metro, San Diego, San Francisco.
Sounds like amateur hour to me. Good luck with that one, Chief.
Once again, folks, remember to please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. Well, here we are now at Amity Island. It's a gorgeous day. Honestly, I'm not sure what shark they're talking about. They already caught one. So maybe we'll have the chance to head on out there, dip our toes in the water, really kick back, relax, enjoy ourselves a little bit. Oh, no, wait, hang on, folks. Looks like there is a shark in the water. There's a shark in the water. Well, I sure hope Officer George isn't nearby right now. Oh, no, that's George. George, quick, get out of there. There's a shark. George, what's the guy being in there? Oh, I see his guts too. For everyone's safety, why don't we pull the tram forward further behind this pier? Perfect, Riley, thank you so much. Yeah, there's that barrel full of bait out into the water that'll hopefully distract the shark. Oh, yep, taking the bait and have to dock with it. I think we need a bigger tram. Look out, there's the shark!
Oh, shark.
And that, everyone, was Jaws. Happy 50th anniversary, Jaws. Now, Jaws the attraction became part of our studio tour back in 1976, just a year after the film was released. And we've had multiple iterations of our mechanical shark over the years, starting to one that we affectionately refer to as Carrot Tooth because of its oversized teeth. Now, as for our shark today, who's slowly doing the backstroke, getting ready for his next take, he's a professional, what can I say? His name is Bruce. He's named after the original mechanical shark from the film Jaws, who was in turn named Bruce after Steven Spielberg's attorney. The original mechanical shark for Jaws, infamously, was very difficult to work with, which is why they delayed the movie. When they originally built it, they built it for freshwater. It worked like a charm in that case. But they filmed Jaws over in Martha's Vineyard out in the Atlantic Ocean. First time from the salt water, it sank to the bottom of the ocean. That was a small sign of the huge problems they encountered while making the film. Alright, well, for our next stop, folks, we're now headed into our old Mexico set. Now, it's down here. We have a little bit of a weather demonstration for you. We'll show you how exactly we create weather effects in Hollywood.
Really, Void? What was his name before?
Here we go. It's a lovely evening. Nothing could possibly go wrong. These sets, by the way, for our old Mexico set, was brewed for Indiana Jones, the King with Crystal Skull, and it was also used as part of the TV series of WaterWorld as well. It looks like the storm is incoming. Now, honestly, that thunder that you're hearing right now, typically we don't add sound effects until the post-production process. Our job on set is to record our actors' dialogue. There's the rain. No fancy technology involved with creating rain. It's coming out of high-powered sprinklers. Gravity does most heavy lifting in this case. Or heavy falling, I should say. And for anyone taking photos or recording, you might notice rain, it's difficult to capture on camera. It might not come out as dramatically as you might want it to. Depending on the time of the day, though, there are certain things which we can do to make it stand out a little bit more. So, for instance, with getting dark lighting right now, we take the background lighting, maybe add a color gel so we can give it a certain mood and feel. Boy, this is going to be a storm, I sure hope. Hang on, folks, looks like we have a flash flood.
Lots of great movies were filmed here.
One of our oldest attractions for this
Big Fat Liar and Naturally
back in 1968. By the way, that area has been used for filming as well. In addition to what I already mentioned, it was used for Lady Gaga's music video for her song Judas. It was also used for the film Big Fat Liar, which starred Frank Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti.
We'll see about that.
Alright, well now we're headed further into the Wild West. For our next stop, we're entering our western town, which we call 6 Points. We call this town 6 Points because back during the silent era of filmmaking, this street had 6 different roads connected to it. Now, honestly, it was much larger than it is today. Every road, much like this one, had its own bank, its own saloon, its own jail. All of the film locations you would need to make a western. Because of that, they were actually able to film 6 different movies here simultaneously. Because it was a silent era at the time, they really didn't have to worry about sound bleeding over to other productions. Now, you might recognize these streets if you watch Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That film starred Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, in fact, won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his work in that role. This is where Leonardo DiCaprio playing Rick Dalton was dropped off to set, very upset with the way his career is going. Unfortunately, he did have a young Julia Butters comfort him. Now, a couple minor things to note about 6 Points. First off, you look around, all the brickwork that you're seeing lining these buildings, for the most part, not real brick. It would be very time-consuming to lay out real brick, and these sets occasionally go through quick turnaround times. We're constantly using for filming. So instead, we have a plastic molding, which looks a lot like brick, which we can set up, film whatever we have to, and tear it down as need be. In addition, as you look around, you might notice some of our doorways. They're much smaller than you might expect. Now, that's because a couple of our cowboy stars were, well, much shorter than we advertised. Essentially, we had to implement forced perspective to make them appear nice and tall. So, essentially how that works, that cowboy star that was maybe a little bit too short, we would place them from the smaller doorway. Thus, to the lens of the camera, it would actually appear taller than they actually were. Whereas our leading lady, unfortunately, they were usually placed in front of the taller doorway, thus made to appear shorter than they actually were. And occasionally, if we wanted a shot of the pair of them walking through the western town, taking the side of the saloon, something like that, occasionally we'd dig a trench in the middle of the road. We'd have the leading lady walk in that, again, just to make sure our cowboy star appeared nice and tall. Forced perspective, by the way, was used to great effect for both the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies, specifically when it came to creating effects on the hobbits themselves. So if you've seen any of those films, we've seen forced perspective in action for yourselves. At this time, very quickly, we're approximately halfway through our tour, so a brief reminder, please remain seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property. To drop your phone or just get away to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention, and I will be back to assist you. But please remain seated on the tram at all times. Well, for our next stop, folks, coming up on the right-hand side of the tram, you're going to see our Little Europe set. Now, our Little Europe set, it's one of our older backlot sets that we have in Universal lot, and as such, it's been home to many of those classic Universal monsters that I was talking about a little bit earlier on our tour. So as we start driving through, I want to picture Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi's Dracula, both prowling through these streets. And with the sunset coming down right now, really perfect time to picture that. And now, in addition, these roads were also transformed into Port Royale for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. You see Captain Jack Sparrow, played by Johnny Depp, escaping from the authorities. He ducks behind a statue, then faithfully enters Will Turner's blacksmith shop, played by Orlando Bloom. Those right here in Little Europe as well. These streets have also portrayed Paris, France, multiple times over the years, including for the television show Gilmore Girls, as well as the 2011 The Muppets movie starring Jason Segel, Amy Adams, and Kermit the Frog. A couple of my television comedy fans on board, though today I best recognize this area as being The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, I have never ever seen this. You're in a good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad. What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
If you have not seen The Good Place, by the way, I highly recommend it. Very easy to binge. There are a lot of twists and turns that it won't spoil. Plus, it's created by Mike Schur, also co-created Parks and Recreation, which, hey, it's another fantastic television show. Now, like I touched on, Little Europe, it's one of our older backlot sets that we have in Universal lot. In fact, it was used for a film that is 102 years old. That film is The Hunchback of Notre Dame and starred Lon Chaney. For those who don't know Lon Chaney, he was a phenomenal actor known for doing his own makeup and creating these very creepy, grotesque characters. He was so good at, in fact, he was often referred to as the man with 1,000 faces. There was another film that he did, Phantom of the Opera. It said that they had to have workers in movie theaters on standby with smelling salts because they were worried that the patrons watching the film might faint in horror when they saw Lon Chaney remove his mask. Lon Chaney was also very protective about his makeup secrets. He didn't tell anyone how to do them. Now, unfortunately, not even his own son, Lon Chaney Jr., though. Don't worry, Lon Chaney Jr., he would have a phenomenal film career as well, portraying the Wolfman, among many other things for Universal. Now, at this time, folks, once again, remember to please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle, and for your safety, please hold on. We have a very exciting opportunity right now, folks. So far, we've been driving past a lot of sound stages. Right now, we're actually entering one of them, soundstage number 50, where currently they're working on a brand new production. This is what we call a hot set. That's a technical term. It means everything is camera ready. This is exactly how it should look when you're Zoom filming online. But yeah, just look at all the tiny details that goes into bringing a location like this, a subway station, to life. Nearby, we have a building called the Edith Head Prop Department. That's where set decorators go to rent out all the set dressing, like the various posters that you're seeing on the wall, the bicycle. That's where they rent out all of these items. Now, in addition, one thing that's honestly very... Not to worry, folks, that happens in California. Reminder, please remain seated and hold on. Uh-oh, folks. This just might be the big one. Congratulations, folks! You have just survived the earthquake. Well, thank you all. Inspired by a disaster classic film Earthquake, which was originally released on November 15th of 1974, that film starred Charles Heston, Richard Roundtree, and Ava Gardner, and filmed inside our Metropolitan sets, flash flood, as well as a couple of our sound stages. Now, of course, there was another disaster classic that was originally supposed to come out just a month after the movie Earthquake was released in December of 1974. Unfortunately, due to difficulties with filming, they delayed that movie into the following summer. That film would become one of the biggest movies of all time and created the term blockbuster as we all know it today. We all experienced it during the tour. Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Before they used to say the actual
once again, we are going to be
magnitude of the earthquake, so they'll say 8.9.
But it gives me the chance to talk about director Steven Spielberg, as he really played a crucial role bringing Jaws to the studio tour. In fact, actually, instead of me talking about it, I'll just let the man speak for himself on this.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first
I'm glad you're doing it. Make sure to come on down.
It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially...
Also, right here in the background, this is where Bird Box, the movie, was filmed at. You guys ever seen that movie? Bird Box was filmed here.
I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in the 1970s.
Well, folks, over to the right-hand side of the tram right now, you're seeing our Chicken Ranch. Our Chicken Ranch, among other things, was used for the rebooted series of Quantum Leap. Now, by the way, that's what we call a practical set. What that means is we can use both the exterior and the interior for filming if we want to. That's not always the case. Like right behind it, you're going to see what we call a facade, meaning we've literally just built the front of a building. That's it, nothing more to it. If we needed to use an interior for that, we would build that inside one of our sound stages. Now that we've just entered our Colonial Street, which I like to think of as anywhere USA, because we really can transform this into any suburban neighborhood that we might need for filming. For instance, this was Ted's neighborhood for the television show Ted, as well as the film Ted 2. And coming up on the right-hand side of the tram, you're going to see a white painted home in just a moment. That's Ted's house from the show, which you can briefly see in action in this short clip right here.
Let the festivities begin.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 items.
Fantastic.
You think we're getting too low for this?
Oh, come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. Where's some miracles?
Now, of course, our Colonial Street is probably best known as being Wisteria Lane for ABC's Desperate Housewives. Now, talking about Desperate Housewives, occasionally I get asked, why use backlot sets like this? Why not just travel to a regular neighborhood instead? Well, if you think of Desperate Housewives in particular, that answer will become obvious, because over the course of their run, they had a plane crash, they had a fire burn down one of their homes, they had a tornado go through the neighborhood, things that are all very difficult to achieve to recreate at a real-world location. One of the best reasons to rent out a backlot set like this is to have a controlled environment, especially if special effects like fire effects start getting involved, just to make sure that our whole cast and crew are all completely safe. Now here you can take just a quick look at Wisteria Lane in action.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
That's the monsters? No. That's the monsters over there in the front. One, two, three. Bird Lane. Right here. The monsters.
Now, most
Or
recently, our
this one.
Colonial Street was used for an upcoming television show called The Burbs. The Burbs will star Keke Palmer and Come to Peacock. It's based on the 80s film with the same name, which starred Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher, which also filmed inside our Colonial Street as well. So the Burbs and Colonial Street really go hand in hand. Now, finally, to the left-hand side of the tram, these three homes that we're passing as we leave our Colonial Street behind, used for personally one of my favorite things. I'm a kid of the 90s. Was used for Smash Mouth's All-Stars music video, which, hey, absolutely phenomenal stuff. Now, folks, we're headed over to our picture car area. Picture cars, very simply to put, literally any plane, train, automobile that you see on camera at any given point. In fact, to give you another example, you're all technically riding a picture car right now.
Mockingbird. Okay.
Folks, we're now approximately 15 minutes
Let me know
away
if it
from the end
froze.
of our tour, and we will be
Or we're
returning
good.
to the theme park shortly. Just remember to pull the red emergency card if you need assistance, and please remain seated on the tram at all times. Alright, so coming up on the left-hand side of the tram right now, you're about to see some of the more well-known picture cars, including one of the glamour trams that you saw in that last clip right there. In addition, we also have the gyrosphere from Jurassic World, as well as the Jeep Wrangler from Jurassic Park. The gyrosphere, of course, you might recall while watching Jurassic World, it has glass surrounding it, but this version doesn't. Glass is very reflective.
Unless you're
If you
painting
had
it.
actors inside, it would be very difficult to see them, so we had it added in during the post-production process using CGI, also known as computer-generated imagery. Of course, we had to include some cars from one of our biggest car franchises here at Universal, the Fast and Furious
You're
series.
painting it.
Besides Dom Toretto's Charger, we have cars from Too Fast, Too Furious, all the way up to Fast X as well. And then finally, that yellow Camaro towards the end right there, that's Bumblebee from Transformers. Take a little bit of that, otherwise I'm sure he'd transform. Wave hello to all of you right now. Now, if anyone's feeling a little bit tired, maybe you want to stop off at the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, where I hear there are 12 rooms with 12 vacancies. You might more recently in these same sets, if you also watch the film Next Scene starring Mia Goth, they filmed all over the Universal lot for that production, Universal lot portraying itself in that case. Now, coming up on the left-hand side of the tram, it is your official skill replica of the Hollywood sign, dressed up celebrating 50 years of Jaws. Now, we actually installed that last year as the Hollywood sign. The real one was celebrating its centennial anniversary. And we'll be celebrating our 60th anniversary, so really, it was the perfect match. Okay, so coming up on the left-hand side of the tram now, we're about to get a closer look at Norman Bates' home. Now, as we get a closer look, you'll notice, first off, if you look closely, one of the second-story with Mother rocking her chair back and forth. Of course, I know Norman would not want me talking about Mother, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet now, just in case he decides to come out. His house also is what we call shell set. Even though it's a fully formed exterior, it's really too small to build an interior. We actually had to build that inside one of our sound stages at the front lot of the studio instead. Okay, so one reason I love doing evening tours like this set really what a difference lighting makes. As it's the sunsets, of course, really all of the police lights all over the place bring the set for War of the Worlds to life. Now, War of the Worlds was directed by Steven Spielberg and starred Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. Over the left-hand side of the tram, that plane that you're seeing is a real 747, though it was decommissioned before it was used for filming. Here to tell you more about this location is production designer Rick Carter, as well as Steven Spielberg.
The airplane press site set was a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Spielberg.
To sit down to talk about War of the World.
That's a real plane. They bought a plane in a junkyard. It's actually a junkyard for planes that don't work. Universal ended up buying the plane worth $68,000. The reason why it was chopped up and opened up like that is because it didn't pass some freeways. So they had to chop it up.
set for War of the Worlds is what we call a practical effect. There are two types of effects, practical effects and digital effects. Practical effects are things that happen on set, essentially anything physical. In addition to just building an entire location, it could involve the use of puppetry, makeup, some kind of shrink the lens of the camera. Whereas, of course, digital effects happen during the post-production process using CGI. Now, at this time, folks, we're going to start making our way back over to the theme park.
They use this
Now, as
set
we head
for a
back
lot of
over to the
stuff.
theme park, one more thing, pardon me, I want to briefly touch upon. Right now, we're actually driving on Steven Spielberg Drive. We named a lot of our roads after
It is a real plane.
directors,
I was saying
producers
earlier
who had a huge
that they
impact
buy
on
a
Universal.
used
And
plane
Steven
from a
Spielberg, of
junkyard
course, is a big
that
one.
cost them
In addition to Jaws, we've
$68,000
had the
for
chance to
shipping
witness
and
such things
handling.
like E.T.,
Was around
Jurassic Park,
100,
Schindler's List, and
almost
I want the man to share for himself
200,000.
how actually he got his start at
They
Universal.
had to
Why
cut the plane in
today?
pieces in
Because
order to get it over
Universal
here.
home.
And they asked Universal if they wanted to put the plane back together, and they said no, leave it as is. We're gonna use it for a movie. World at War. That's where they used it.
Tour bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. This is my first time ever on a
Yeah,
movie
that's pretty
studio
cool.
lot. And during a bathroom
That's for Halloween
break,
Horror Nights.
I hid in
The
the
Blumhouse
bathroom.
Megan
When everybody
2.0.
left to get back on the I waited another 15 minutes
Nice.
until I'm sure the bus
Tight
left,
tutu.
and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were
Make sure
made
to
on
get your
film lots.
tickets
They're made all over
for
the
Halloween
world.
Horror Nights if you guys are thinking of coming. Buy them online, don't buy them in person. There's a discount online. If you buy them earlier, they're cheaper than when buying them on the day.
And had the most amazing day of my life.
So yes, just like you all did just now, we gotta start by taking a tour here at Universal Studios. In fact, he's not the only celebrity who's had a run-in with the studio tour over the years.
Oh, try not to move a lot. That's the terrifier.
The first time we were in Universal lot, who did the tour? I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see.
That's a terrifier right there. Try to zoom in, but because the vehicle's moving, it's a lot of bumps. But that's a terrifier maze.
It's the coolest thing ever.
1979. Back then, that was crazy. There was no restriction on cars going anywhere. We used to drive all over and kind of duel with them back and forth.
The tour is usually an hour, but because Fast and the Furious ride is closed, they just closed it. They're building something in there. The tour now is 45 minutes.
For over 110 years, Universal's been thrilling audiences around the globe. Our founder, Carl Laemmle, had a vision to make movies that make audiences laugh, cry, or sit on the edge of their seats. When he first opened the doors to Universal City in 1915, he wanted to open the world of movie making to everyone. He understood the power of storytelling on the screen, and the excitement going behind the scenes can inspire, and I hope that you've all been inspired by your visit to the studio tour today as well. Thank you all for joining us here at the world-famous Universal Studio Tour. To our past members, of course, a very special thanks to you for joining us today. If you're not a past member, head to Universal Box Office to see how you can upgrade today's ticket to an annual pass so you can come back again and again. Also, make sure you've downloaded the Universal Studios Hollywood app. That's where you'll confirm that the park closes today at 9 o'clock p.m. Check for wait times, do mobile food ordering, and so much more. And to purchase any of the NBC Universal movies and television shows that you've seen on the tour today, you can visit uphe.com or ask one of our retail stores. And as we head into the unload area, as you head back to the park, look for more Mega Movie Summer fun, food, and photo ops for a limited time only, including meeting Elphaba and Glinda near the feature presentation store. Alright folks, now as we head in the unload area, just wait for the tram to come to a complete stop before standing up, at which point our studio tour masters begin opening the tram gates on the left-hand side. So if you're on the left-hand side of the tram, just watch our arms, legs, our studio tour masters open those tram gates for you. As you disembark, also watch your step, and you'll notice some blue bins marked for 3D glasses. Please drop off your 3D glasses in those bins. Now, all that being said, on behalf of our driver Riley, myself, Trevor, and everyone here at Universal, thank you for joining us here at the world-famous Universal Studio Tour. I apologize again for all those technical delays. Now, as we say in Hollywood, of course, that's a wrap. Enjoy your evening, folks.
No way. Alright. Oh my god. I would have too. I would have been done. Alright guys, we're done for the day. I am beat, tired, went to work, came over here. We'll try to be back again tomorrow in the afternoon. But we're done for the day. If you are new to the stream, appreciate the love and the support. If you subscribe, if you drop the like, you're the best, you're the man. With that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Hope you guys enjoyed that stream. I know it was only two, which was WaterWorld and the tour. The tour kind of held us back with them having malfunctions. But I'm also hungry. So I do appreciate all the love and all the support, guys. Thank you to all. Appreciate the mad love. The park does close at 9, so if you guys do want to make your trip down here, make sure to check the opening and closing time for Universal. I do recommend that. Also, I do recommend buying your tickets online. Don't buy them in person. Online, there's always like discounts on depending on the day that you want to come. Good night, Jaden. Good night, Little Richie. Everybody else that is watching, much love to you guys. You guys are the best. Once again, thank you for the likes. Peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I do want to check real quick if they have anything new for The Simpsons. Nothing new. They'll usually have it in the front if it's new. But nothing new. Alright guys, peace.